Edgar TV.
How do there, guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV. And today what we're going to look at is what I think is the hardest dart player to play ever, really. So I've been in a very, very privileged position where I've managed to play pretty much every world champion, and certainly of the most relevant recent days, shall we say, like Phil Taylor, Michael Van Gerwen, John Park, Raymond Barnwell, played Eric Bristow, Adrian Lewis. I've played James Wade, who hasn't won a world title, but he's got many titles to his name, but Raymond Van Barneveld. I've literally played every dart player that there is in competitive action that there is to play. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a very privileged position, as you probably know already, because I mentioned it a lot of times. I was a darts fan from 1997 going to the World Match Play all the way through. So for me, there's no better thing than to be able to say I've played these guys. And one question that comes up a lot for me, especially when I do like Me in Bed with Edgar on Sundays and I say, oh, question and answer time at the end, one of the things that comes up an awful lot is, who's the toughest player to play? And for me, it's Phil Taylor. There is no one harder to play in the world than Phil Taylor. Now, this isn't just because he's a 16-time world champion and the best player that's ever lived. This is because Phil Taylor is very good at controlling a game and letting you know that he is that good. So a couple of examples I can give you. I mean, the first one is within the play. Now, Michael Van Gerwen started doing this a few years back, but he stopped doing it recently, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him do it again. It's the way that he takes out finishes. So I was 2-1 down to Phil Taylor in a Pro Tour, and he wanted 150 and he went 60 ball tops. And that's just like, to me, that's him saying, I'm the best player here, I can do what I want, I can take what I want. And yeah, it just reminds you. That was for a breaker throw as well. I was on, I think I was on like 48 to hold my throw to make it 2-2, and he does that 150 in that route. So Taylor's always on top of you there. But the other thing Taylor's very good at is like the psychological element of the game. So you get to the board first, you put your case down, you start having a practice, you come back, Phil's arrived, he's got your case, and he moved it over here. So your case ends up over there, you come back and his case is like opened out like this in the middle of the table. So, and then you come back to it and then you do a couple of things. You either move your case back, but then you're concentrating more on the case than you are getting ready for the game, or you ignore the case, making him think you aren't bothered by it, but then you're bothered by it because then you're trying to think about not letting him in. And it's such a simple little move. It's the tiniest little move that he does, but my word, it's so effective. You know, just moving your case, because while he's getting ready for the game, you're trying to work out, are you going to play the double bluff and show I'm not thinking about this, so I'm not going to move my case even though that actually I'm thinking about it. The simple thing to do is to just, now that you're aware of it, is to now start with your case over there, so you can't do that. But that obviously comes with experience playing these guys, and you play him, he makes you play the player. So yeah, I'd say the hardest player to play without a doubt is Phil Taylor. And it's not just Phil who has these quirks. A lot of players, especially the real top ones, all have their own little quirks or their own little things, their own little psychological edges. I thought I was going to take one to Michael Van Gerwen. I remind you of a story in Minehead. Michael's seen this actually. He pulled me up at the Summer Series and he's like, oh, you shouldn't play mind games with me, I win. So yeah, we had that conversation already. But yeah, if you have a look, I'll put the link in the video in the description below. But basically, I went to Minehead to play Michael Van Gerwen on ITV in the Players' Championship Finals. And I went there with an idea that I was going to play this psychological mind game beforehand, and he saw it come in, he preempted it, he countered it, and he won on that one. So yeah, I'll put the video in the description below so you can have a look at that if you've not seen that yet. But I tried playing mind games with Van Gerwen and lost. So then I lost the game as well. So yeah, strange world. But yeah, if you're new around here, guys, do hit the subscribe button, and if you're not new around here, hit the like, and we'll see you tomorrow for some more daily darts uploads.
Edgar TV.